They say a good speech is like a mini skirt. Short enough to be interesting, but long enough to cover the essentials. There he goes. I would like to compliment Adele first of all, who I think you would all agree looks absolutely stunning. John, on the other hand, looks stunned. And a big thank you to the bridesmaids, who also look superb. I will now do my best to give Joel the most uncomfortable 5 minutes of his life. For the record, the most uncomfortable 5 minutes of Adele's life will be coming later on this evening. Good to see you, Joel. Joel's quote over the past 3 months has been, I'm punching above my weight, and I'd best marry her before she gets a moment of clarity. Alright, I've tried explaining to Joel, if Adele found out she's referred to as her and she, there could be a hot iron or boiling water involved. Speaking of hot irons and boiling water, Joel has had 1 or 2 girlfriends in the past. One who I think was actually called Paul.
I remember him.
Was he your girlfriend as well? No. Joel seems to think he keeps picking the mad ones, but for the record, I think there is one common denominator. That wouldn't be Joel. I've known Joel for 14 years, and I've certainly aged better. Some of you may know, I actually work for Joel too, and this is where another one of Joel's great sayings has come from. I wouldn't ask someone to do a job that I wouldn't do. Alright? Now I've been knee deep in it cleaning drains at work, not because I want to, but I've been asked. The closest I've seen Joel to a drain is on a good night out spewing down it. So on the back of that, Joel calls us best men, best friends. I think the fancy names for carer and psychologist. And to finish, best of luck to both of you. I am delighted for both of you. I hope you have a long and prosperous future together. And Joel, it's been a pleasure to be one half of your best man. There are a lot of funny stories, far too many for me to stand here and tell you all today. So, what I've done is, I know what Pete's speech is, and he's got quite a lot of funny stories to tell you about Joel. And I think he delivers them a lot better than I do, Joel. I think you'll agree on that one. So, can I all ask you to stand? No pressure. So can I ask you all to stand and raise your glasses, please? To Joel, Adele, Lawson, happiness, wealth and health.
Let's not build this up too much. The first thing I'm going to do is the official stuff. Cards. This basically is, I'm going to read a couple out, there's tons of them to be fair, we've gone through them all and stolen all the money. Anybody wants a drink, we'll sort you out later. Yeah, this is to Adele and Johnson. You've both made us very happy. We love you lots and a long and happy life together. Love from Mum and Dad. See, yeah? Yeah. Incidentally, it costs £2.69. That's pretty fair, they don't like it that much. That's not a lot to spend on it. The only thing you had to pay for today.
Thank you very much for that, Pete.
Absolutely no problem at all. So you've got cards from all over the place, guys. Obviously, this with the wedding being brought forward and stuff like that, as you said earlier, Joel. Absent friends and relatives and stuff like Auntie Bear, Uncle Norman, 20 quid. Sort that out, 10 each. So, and we can go all the way through these guys, but I'm sure it'll give you plenty to read when you get home. This is from Dave and Caroline, Taylor and George. Again, 30 quid. Sort that out. So, I am going to go through all these, Joel. You guys can read them when you get home, yeah? So, okay. Nice speech. Okay. Number one. This is a very this format is brought as in a very thick icebreaker. Number one. Yeah. As per the other speakers before me, I would like to thank you all for coming. I know some of the bride's family have travelled from West Yorkshire and Clacudder's facts, as we like to call it. So I would like to make you feel all welcome from East Yorkshire with a big alright. And not obviously not to leave the groom's family out and all the rest of it. I'd like to do a big I6 for all you. You can't really this speech, you know what I mean? It's a usual format. You can't blame me for this. Because like so many of Joel's girlfriends, it mainly comes from the internet. I am just going to go into it. I have practiced it, as I'm pretty sure most of you see me shooting out of it. I do belong to the Incontinence Society, and I read it out last night and most of them pissed themselves. So, you know, marriage, to most girls, wives, etc., it's just a word, a single word. To most men, it's a bloody sentence, isn't it? You know what I mean? It is. So number two, compliments. I think it goes without saying Adele has scrubbed up well. Yeah. She does look lovely. I mean, absolutely fantastic, Adele. You've done us proud, you know. So how are you keeping them in there is beyond me. So you do look well, you know. Everybody, doesn't the bride look well? Doesn't the bride look well? Yeah. There we go then. The bridesmaids, don't the bridesmaids look lovely? Good enough. Don't the bridesmaids look lovely? Actually, don't we all look ace? Thank you very much. Yes. Except for us five stooges stood up here looking like Ed Warrior and whatever we do look like. Right, introduction. Seems a bit late actually, I'm on number 3, but anyhow, here we go. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Pete. I've known Joel for many, many years. I'm very, very pleased to be Joel's best man. I've known him more years than I care to remember, to be fair. And I met Joel through motorcycling, which is our great passion. And that's also how we came to meet Mike. Mike at that time was a very young sort of teenager who was pillions with his parents. And to be fair, the only thing that we used to think about Mike was that he was full of testosterone and stiff curtains. Some of them got it. So moving on to number 4. This is Joel's bit of roasting the grill. To say that the amount of girlfriends a man has had, including his wife, is his lucky number. So by that very equation, if Joel wants to do the experiment of betting on the Grand National, the start-up line would be from Aintree, halfway down the M62. Like I say, I've known Joel a long time and I've known him go through many phases. He has many sides, but the 3 that are imprinted on my mind are this one, this is it. This is his bi-curious, slightly effeminate side. And then of course we've got this one. This is him in touch with totally with his And then of course we've got this one. And it's last but not least, I just committed homicide. I missed a few of these out, I think. I must admit to being surprised when I met Adele, with Joel's past knowing his internet history. When he told me he'd met a girl on the web, I didn't expect her from West Yorkshire, I thought more like it was from the Far East. Joel Walbin's good in most public situations, as his many appearances on TV, local radio, representing MAG and the council bear witness. Joel has one failing: drink. Yes, alcohol, Joel's big Achilles heel. After one good drink, Joel's, whose Indian name is most definitely not the funniest man in the world, Joel went drunk, only opens his mouth to change his feet. There are many instances when this has proved to be his downfall, and in this mixed company, 99.9% of these occasions cannot be repeated. But after racking my brains yesterday, I hope I found one that won't have his mum and dad covering their ears. Joel and I, and the usual gang of suspects, same gang of suspects that absolutely made messes of ourselves last night, I might add, which wasn't the brightest thing I've done for quite some time. Had a lads' night out around Beverley, and as the pub shut, we decided we needed another beer. We are already slaughtered, and hence we must have another drink. We staggered back to my house in the search of a much wanted but little needed beer. On our arrival at the house, we go through the house doing our best sneaking, as my wife Nikki and Jack, our son, are fast asleep upstairs as they would be at 1:30 in the morning. We go into the garage / washroom where we can smoke, drink and talk grill without waking the family up. And then Captain Sensible Lawson down there, thinking he's hilarious, decides to sneak out, creep upstairs in his muddy boots, sneaks into my bedroom, still in his muddy boots, and slides into my bed, thinking it's hilarious to wake Nikki up for a cuddle because she's still fast asleep. Mr. and Mrs. Lawson. To say this was not your son's finest hour is to say that Nikki appreciated this about as much as a pork pie was his welcome in the synagogue. She woke up and panicked like a slug in a salt factory. Joel shot out of our bedroom and scarfed us back to Driffield, leaving his trainers as he spat them off before she could not get her hands on him. This is your son thinking is hilarious. There is incidentally further tales of that, and if you look at this picture where Joel's in a wedding dress, I'll be at the bar after this speech, and one lager gets you the full story. Unfortunately, not for you, Mrs. Lawson and Mr. Lawson. But a whiskey might get it. So, I've got two bits of advice for someone who's been married 25 years. Two for you, Joel, two for you, Adele. First of all, there we go. For Joel, never let her go to bed angry. You're defenceless when you're asleep. When she says, do whatever you want, you need to quickly figure out exactly what it is that she wants you to do and sort it. For you, Adele, when you ask Jolyon his opinion and he says, I don't care or I don't know, he really doesn't care. He really doesn't know. If you catch Joel sneaking a peek at another woman, let him. If he stares, slap him stupid. Right, number 5, a bit of sincerity. Are you ready for this, Joel? You got a tissue? There we go then. Joel and Adele have been together now for 2 years in August. It doesn't seem a long time. Joel's relationships, I can tell you now it is. Joel's relationships works in dog years. I'm just missing a couple of paragraphs here. I'm just thinking better of it. I remember Joel saying, this is a good bit. I remember Joel saying to me, he had been chatting up a girl on Facebook, and I quote, I'm going to the Yorkshire Pudding Rally to meet her. And he did say this, Adele, I think she is the future Mrs. Lawson. He did, he has, and she is. I am pleased he met Adele. I knew from day one that this would be the girl who reined him in. And I won't read that bit either. Joel has changed since he met her. He has changed for the better, and Adele has made Joel and his life complete. Something that I was looking for a long, long time. I think it's obvious to anyone that they fit like a jigsaw, and this is one union that will last the course. I am positive they will just grow all together. So that now leads me on to the toast. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to the garden blue. And anybody wants to know the rest of that story?
Thank you very much.